Welcome back to my channel, Lily's Crafty Corner. Today I'm going to share with you a swap that I just finished. It's a group swap. I'm going to be doing it with Tiffany McGill over at Coffee, Cake, and Crafting. And basically what it was, we had to decorate an Altoid tin. And what she wanted us to do is on the Altoid tin outside top, one layer sentiment, one 3D element, and one thing you love. On the inside of the tin, you must have pattern paper on both sides. Decorate the left side. Then we had to make 3 note cards and also 3 matching envelopes, or at least decorated envelopes. Then we also had to make a flip tag, and we have to decorate the front. We had to have a sentiment, 3D decorate the front 3D elements. Basically, do your best and show us your wow. Haha. They wanted 6 pages. Flat decorated. I'm sorry. On the I guess, yeah, for this what do you call it, little flip thing. She said that there were no goodies necessary, but it was all about the tin. And I did make 2 homemade things to send along with this, but I thought it was a lot of fun. So let's start. This is what I actually did with, I'm just going to give you an overview. This is the top. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm off camera here. This is the top. This is the bottom. I decorated the sides. I will go through everything I did. I'm going to open her up, and as you see, I did the inside. I have something in here to go along with that. And I have a little pull lift. And I did do the bottom, and as you can see, I do have the envelopes, and this is the little flip tag, but we'll go through each individual thing. Now we'll start at the beginning. What I did was I took a napkin, and I did I don't use Mod Podge. I use a gel medium that it's called Liquitex. I get it at AC Moore. You can get it in the fine arts or so-called fine arts department in all of the craft stores. But what I did was I did put it on with that, and as you can see, I'm going to Tuscany, Italy in October to enjoy some wine tasting. It's a food and wine tour. Anyhow, but we will be doing day tours all in that area. But the point is that this is kind of depicts a little bit of Tuscany, Italy, to me. And what I also did once I had that on, you know, you put your medium on, you put on your napkin, you know, put it on so that it's nice and neat and all together. Then after it was fully dry, I took some embossing ink, and I took the this gold embossing powder. With the heat tool, I did it, and then it gave me this embossed side. Well, just a note, it will bubble on you, so you do want to hold it back a little bit, but make sure the tool is hot first, and then you know, use it, and try to stay up and, you know, in one area until you start seeing all the bubbling and stuff that goes along it. Then I used some flowers that I got some from Amazon and hot glued those on. And from Tim Holtz, Small Talk, Make a Difference. Then I did the same thing on the inside as far as the decoupaging with the gel medium and using Live Your Dream with Passion. And each one of my tins, by the way, the sentiments are a little different because, again, I had to do 3. There's 3 in a group, so I did 2, and I always do one for the hostess. I feel like they do so much work, they do deserve one. And then on the back, as you can see, again, did the decoupaging, and let me just get these out. And then of course you can see I did it on the bottom. I used a little ribbon and I put that on with a little glue. It's this way, if they are a little snug, you can you know, lift them out. And basically, I'm not going to show you each one because they're basically the same. This I had a background die, and this is actually copy paper. And the thing with the copy paper, if you look at envelopes, number one, they're pretty thin, not much more than copy paper for the most part, especially if you're using like a number 10 envelope, legal size. And the other thing is these are small. These are not going to be mailed. These you're going to be enclosing in a gift or whatever. Then I also did the same thing with the napkin. This is a napkin, and what I chose to do with the napkin was I had kind of decoupaged it onto, again, but this time I didn't use the wet gel medium. What I used was a glue stick, and it's on another piece of paper, and very thin paper, and then I you know, put it on, and I took the sewing machine and I sewed around because I wanted to also put on the this is a ribbon trim and it's leaves, and I just thought it was just so nice. And my point to this was wanting to do it this way with sewing. I wanted less bulk, because when you're putting all these things into a little Altoid tin, you need to think about the weight of the paper you're using. I usually use much heavier weight paper, and I you know, don't mind bulking things up. However, when you're doing something like this, you have to think of ways to make sure that it's not bulky. The other thing was I also, because these are rounded edges, as you can see here, you need to round the edges. I also knew that the papers were, the tin is approximately 2.5 by 3.5, and the best thing to do is just make, I believe my cards are 1 3/4, either by 3 or 3 1/4. I can't remember, but it doesn't matter. The point is that you want to kind of make a few you know, practice ones prior to doing it. And again with this, it was making one of those fold over envelopes. It's really simple. You just figure out your measurements and you add it. I only had 1 inch here, so I know I needed to have enough to double it plus that inch. And now that's not actually put in correctly. Let's put it in the way it's supposed to be, and you can see it works. Well, yes, it does. I promise you it works. There. When you try to do it on the camera, you never can, right? So anyway, but it works fine, and it's, you know, great for a gift. So I left it like that. Now, the next thing that we had to put in there was and the cards. I think I did show you that, yes, I put a little, I didn't put a sentiment in the card, but I did put Merlot because, again, I'm a wine enthusiast. Not that I, believe me, am not a connoisseur, but I do enjoy it, and it's a lot of fun, wine tasting and traveling. And of course I put a little pearl, a little flat gem on there, flat back pearl. So yes, half the fun of this is I spent some time in Napa in March, and getting to go to and I live in New York, so you know that was really an exciting thing for me to go to California, to Napa Valley. Now, the next thing is the wine. This is that little flip book. We had to do 6. So on the front, I did put Wine Diva. I stamped it. I put a couple of little flat back pearls. I inked the edges. I had a little sticker that I put that I just thought was kind of cute. And Wine a Little, You'll Feel Better. And I stamped each one of these. At our age, we're going to need glasses, lots and lots of them. I think that was fun. And then Cheers. And there should be one more. There it is. Age to Perfection. So I just thought it was kind of fun And that was that. Then the other thing I did was from the dollar store. Lindsay and I had a ton of, my daughter Lindsay also swaps, and she's followed the White Rabbit on YouTube. Anyway, she had bought some what is this, glitter paper, but it's got a weave on it, so I guess it's like, because you can use it in the Cricut Air. Anyway, she did hers, but I also did mine, and I added a little bling. And these are dollar store pens, so we thought we both just, great minds think alike. It's so funny because even though we live in the same house, we kind of craft on our own. We have a craft room per se, but it's really a closet. It's a room, but it's turned into a closet for craft supplies. So, with that being said, she kind of has her space where she likes to craft, and I have the space where I like to craft. And being that she works and I don't, a lot of, we just don't craft at the same time. And a lot of time we try not to, which we like to do when we're doing the same swap, is we kind of keep it to ourselves. And it's funny that we do come up with some of the same things to do, but not necessarily the same theme. And then also I decided, I was in this, I just did this morning. I had to go to the Dollar Tree to pick up some things that I normally get there on a regular basis. And what happened was I saw these, and they just clip on the back. And what I did this morning was I decoupaged that same, well, it's actually a floral napkin, but it's really hard to see that the way I ended up decorating it. Lindsay and I like to pour a lot of our own resin pieces, and this is a flower from, and these flowers here are from Amazon, and then of course a little pink flat back. But I really thought it came out cute, and you would kind of hang it like this, and that's how it would look. And I don't know if my camera's gonna, maybe I had it too close so you really couldn't see it, so I'll back up a little bit, bring it in, hope it's and it's not being washed out for you, because I really like the way it came out. Then the other thing I made is I had to do this for another swap, and I'm going to tell you, I used a template, and there was nothing wrong in what I did, but for some reason I don't think I can cut anything straight or glue anything straight. I think I must have made 15 of these before I got 5 that I could use, because I need 2 for another swap in another group, and I wanted to put 3 in this one. So what I did was the belly band I attached, so that, because all you really do with these is you just push them through from the back, and then you bring them out. And I just used some buttons, I used some stickles, and these, of course, these little flowers came from Amazon, and the flat backs I have there, white flat backs. So that is, oh, I almost forgot. And then on the inside of this, I chose to put in these little tiny tassels. And I love these bulb garment pins. We ordered a bunch of them, and I have them in gold, silver, oh gosh, what do they call that? Anyway, they're one's kind of, the other 2 are more antique-y, more vintage looking. I don't know what never mind. But anyway, I just put the gold ones in this one, and the little thing here, the little tassel, and I just thought it really came out cute. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope my partners in the swap, the group swap. Again, if you'd like to see all the swaps that are going, it's going to be Coffee, Cake, and Crafting. It's going to be definitely after July 6th, because we have to have everything postmarked by July 6th. So it'll probably be mid-July before we'll start seeing these on Coffee, Cake, and Crafting. But do keep an eye open for them, because I'm sure there's a lot of great things being done. There are a lot of great crafters there. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And Also, there's that little bell so that you'll get notification when there are new things on. And the other thing I wanted to mention before I finish here, I had made some previous videos regarding making my own collage paper and so forth. I want to make everybody understand I do not sell a thing that I make. I am not worried about copyright laws. I am allowed to mix and match, alter things that I purchase, whether it's a printable or whatever, and I can use them. I can do whatever I want to do with them, as long as I am not selling. And I don't sell. I don't want to get involved in copyright laws. And so whatever I do, I'm making collages and doing things with the napkins and the different fabric patterns that I buy and so forth. I am not selling anything. I have never sold anything. I refuse to sell, as a matter of fact. Either I swap or they are gifted to friends and family, and I have plenty of friends, family, neighbors, acquaintances, and they have enough nieces, nephews, and so forth that when there's an occasion, my thing is whether I go to the event or don't go to the event, whatever the situation is, I usually make something. So that because I like to, I also make a lot of stuff that I don't know what to do with it once I have it all finished, and I give it to my friends. I have a few friends that do really enjoy. Always looking forward to the new prototype that they're getting to have. So I just wanted to make that clear when you're looking at, if you haven't seen those videos, or if you have, that I'm not violating any copyright laws. Oh, excuse me. Because I don't sell anything. So if I want to alter it and do whatever I need to do with them for the gifts that I make, that's perfectly fine. Okay? So I just wanted to put that out there because I don't want anybody coming back and saying that I'm violating copyright laws. I have never sold anything and will not sell anything. If I do change and start selling things, I will tell you that I will be very up to date and know exactly what I can do and can't do with the copyright laws, and will definitely not be in violation. But I just wanted to put that out there. So everybody have a great crafty week, and see you soon.